Hi everybody, it's your girl. I'm back again. Just was missing you guys, so just thought I come and have a little conversation with you today. So I've done all that I do. I've asked for all of our angels and spirit guides and Holy Spirits and ancestors and any and all positive energies that is willing to help us in this conversation for clarity and understanding and whatever else we might need to get out of this conversation today. And how was your day? Just thought I'd ask. For me, I had a terrific day, kind of quiet, kind of meditative state. Just chilling out. Chilling. Girl likes to chill. Anyway, today is a beautiful day. Wasn't nothing to complain about. Same old stuff that goes on in most days with most people. Same situations, just a different way of looking at them. That's it. Um, for me, I've been concentrating on growth. I've been concentrating on seeing the bigger picture of most things. It's my desire to see the bigger picture. I used to always ask that. I always ask for that. I always ask for clarity. And then in all of that asking for clarity, didn't realize I was getting clarity. Didn't realize that the way you get clarity is through issues, through circumstances, through different things that come up in your life, and different things that it has to be that way. Just think about it. It has to be that way. The only way to get clarity is to go through something. You got to go through something. You got to go through life. You got to go through experiences. You have to go through some hurts. You got to go through some pain. You got to go through some laughter. It's not all bad, you guys. You got to experiences come from all kind of things. You learn so much just by experiencing things, experiencing laughter, experiencing joy, experiencing pleasure, learning. All of those are learning tools. All of those are learning tools if you're willing to learn. If you're willing to learn. So I guess this conversation is going to be, are you willing to learn? How are you willing to learn? How do you process things? How do you see them? How do you see circumstances? Do you look at a circumstance based solely on base value of what you experience, and you just experience the anger part of it, and you never thought to ask yourself, why am I mad? Why am I letting this get to me? Why? And did you ever look at the bigger picture of why? So I guess today for me, I'm just curious to know why I feel the way I feel about certain things. Why? Why do I respond, or why do, well, I know why, but I'm just saying it for your benefit. Because we weren't trained to do that. We weren't trained to look for the bigger picture. We were told everything has a silver lining. We didn't understand that. It was something that, it just, most things are cliche. Most words are cliche. Most things or just say it out of that's what somebody else heard somebody else say, and it sounded good. No one ever, most people never take the thought and do anything else with it. Our goal here in this life is expansion. Our goal here in this life is to learn to go above the situation, to work through, to learn more. It's expansion. It's all about expansion. And it's expanding the consciousness of the collective. Most people walk around in life and just wander around aimlessly with so much information, so much, they get information, they get things that, knowledge that they can use, they get things that can help them on their journey. But in all of that, they fail to get understanding. You know, if you fail to get understanding about things, all the information that you can give them is no good. It's just useless, and it's no good. I've had instances, like even today, speaking with someone and listening. You know, you'll find that this journey gets to a part where you actually hear people. You actually hear what they say. You actually, in a nutshell, can know what they're believing. And you can pretty much understand what's really going on. And it's all about what we believe. Are we going to believe the propaganda? Are we going to believe that old belief? Or are we going to believe what someone else said and it sounded like something that might have been right, but you never question it? You never question anything. You don't have time to question anything. You just take somebody else's word for it. And maybe that is something you might need to take a look at. And if you want to come out from underneath the cloud, and if you want to really come out from underneath the dilemma of it all, and come out of the problem and step into the solution, maybe the way you look at things might need to change. Experiences are less painful when you get information. Experiences and things that you have to go through is less traumatic or less harmful or less taken to heart and personal when you see the bigger picture, or when you get some understanding. When you learn to love yourself, that's key. When you learn to love yourself, and when you allow yourself to know that you deserve the best, you deserve the best. You deserve to be treated fairly. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be joyous. You deserve to be free. You deserve that. You really deserve that. And you can have that. You know, we look at certain things and we look at certain things on the news and we go straight to the negative. People that are out and they're hungry, or you see the horribleness of what's going on in the world or somebody else's life or whatever, you're more affected by it than the people that's really off into the situation. Instead of seeing that, you should be seeing better for that person's situation. Instead of seeing the ignorance of the situation, you should be seeing the answer for that situation, the positive parts of that situation. You should be hoping, and instead of dwelling on the horribleness of it, you should be looking for the silver lining. And most situations have those things. Even though you feel that that's a total negative, if you really look at it, if it taught you to pay attention to what happened, if it taught you to make yourself more aware of the possibility of the situation happening, you can find protection in it. You can find guidance in it. You can find direction in it. You can find, I don't want to do that. If you look into that person that did the act or did whatever, if you looked off into them a little bit, you'll see situations that you can use to look at yourself. All instances are not so that you can look at other people. It's so that you can look at yourself. So, standing in judgment of another person is a waste of time. That's the time that you need to make sure to look at the situation and look at it and say, I'm not too okay with that. I'm just not too okay with that situation, and let me look at me. You know, they used to have a little saying is that I loved, but for the grace of God, there go I. So it taught me, before I get in judgment of someone, maybe I need to take a look at me. Maybe I need to take a look at my life. Maybe I need to look at that situation a whole different way to see how I can make a better choice. How the choice that they made, this is the consequences that they got by making those choices. So for me, I don't want to live in their choices. That we don't want to make those same choices. When someone do you something and yes, it hurts, the initial blow of whatever you experience in this life, not telling you that you're not going to feel. You're going to feel. It's part of your makeup. Your feelings and how you feel down in your spirit is your signal. It's necessary. But it's necessary because it's information. Everything inside of you is telling you that ain't right. Everything inside of you, fear, tells you something ain't right. Maybe I need to go that way and don't go down that dark alley right there. Maybe I need to take another route. Maybe I need to disconnect from this and go that way. It just gives you information. It just gives you information, and it assists you in wiser choices about things. We were taught that our intuition was something spooky. Those, our intuition, everything, our higher self is always trying. The universe is, the source is always trying to give us direction. But we played off into the game of we know it all. I know, I know it all. I mean, you have conversations with people every day. And you're watching, if you're paying attention. Most people are not paying attention. But if you're paying attention, you watch people in their actions every day. You don't have to sit in judgment of them. But you just need to watch how they are so geared up to hold on to the old way and the old belief that they allow joy, peace, and happiness that is trying, that the universe has offered you the best. Is trying to offer you everything that you're asking for. But the old beliefs and the things that you got to know everything. The smart person knows that they know nothing. And they are always open to learn. A smart person knows that they don't know nothing. And they're always willing to learn. A smart person also knows that we don't always get it right. And they're humble and they're smart enough to know that when you don't get it right, in order to correct it and maybe salvage it and maybe get it right, you have to admit to it, whatever faults or failures that you got, whatever harm or whatever that you did, own up to it, accept your failure to do it the way it should have been done. If it was neglect, acknowledge the fact that you were neglectful. If it was ignorance, acknowledge the fact that I just didn't know what I was doing. Acknowledge the fact that that was just one. I was off into myself. I was being quite selfish. I harmed you, and I know I harmed you. And I'm sorry. Own up to the things that you've done. You would just be so surprised how just accepting your part of some foolishness or accepting what you have done and being totally sorry for it and wanting to get it right could get you out of the situation that you're in and put you back on track to your success. Put you back on track to have the peace, the joy, and the happiness that you're looking for. It's the ability to accept life on life's terms. We did not come here knowing everything. We came up in families that gave us what they had, but didn't have a whole lot of information, didn't have a whole lot of situations, didn't have a whole lot of examples of what this is supposed to look like. They just gave us what they had. So you can't be mad at them. They gave you their best. Always respect that. They gave you what they had. But when as growing, as a parent, what we give our kids is something to build on. We don't give our kids, we give them what we got. That's it. We just only can give them what we got. And what you had, however the amount of it was, you gave them what you had. The way you knew. The only way you knew. What else could you know? And what else could they expect? But there's always room for growth, and there's always room for improvement. And a wise and smart person knows if there is something more to learn, you want it. A smart person to do that. A smart person that finds themselves making mistakes will hurry up and backtrack. Because we know karma is you reap what you sow. Here. Not over yonder in this life or the next one to follow. You will be working through that stuff until you learn what you need to learn. And in the life and in the times we're living in right now, we need to wake up. You're going to have to wake up. Life is changing. It's never going back to the way it was. Life is trying to just piece itself to the new way. The new way of understanding life and how to live it. If you are a person that is a gotta do, and if you under somebody else's rules and regulations, and if you don't have a thought of your own, or if you don't have a position of your own, and if you don't have a source of your own, if you gotta wait to somebody to tell you what to do next, if you don't have the ability to process all of this information, then get some understanding about it, you're not going to make it. And this life going to wipe you out. You're going to be on the back burner. You're going to be the one that take that vaccine and they can finish you off. Manipulate you into some more deeper manipulation. Some that you probably can't even get out of. You're going to sell out your whole families. You're going to lie, cheat, and steal just to survive. When you don't know who you are under somebody else's rules and regulations. When you don't know who you are, you have to accept the bull crap. If you don't know who you are, then you're going to play in the game. But once you begin to know that who you are, that you're a creator, and that you have creative ability, and that you're beneath nothing, and that there's no limits to what you can have and do. Until you know that, you're under the rules and regulations of whatever govern whatever you believe. What do you believe? It always comes back to whatever you believe. And whatever you believe is going to be the way you learn and the way you make choices about things for your life. Who you going to sell out? You're going to sell out to what you going to sell out to? Where you going with that? What you going to do with it? What good is all that you think you know if it ain't working? In fact, the definition of insanity is doing the same old thing expecting different results. That's the definition of it. Look it up. Think about that. Think about that. Look back. Just a moment. Just take some time out and see how many times that you've repeated a cycle because you kept choosing the same old foolishness. I know I did it. I know I did it. I kept choosing Something I knew wasn't serving me no good. Wasn't no good for me. Wasn't no good. There was no evidence that nothing was gonna change. There I looked at it. I knew it. I saw what was happening. I experienced all the hurt, harm, and pain. And for what I wanted to believe, how it worked. People can change. Things can change. The only thing that can change is you, boo-boo. The only thing that you can cause change in is you. That situation never got better. All the love, unhealthy love I pushed into it, taught it that it could use me, it could abuse me, it could betray me, it could lie to me, look me in my face and tell me I wasn't looking at what I was seeing, try to make me think I'm crazy, exalted itself over me, pushing in work and putting in my heart, soul, mind, body, spirit, to come to find out it had chose already, and it didn't choose me. I had to choose me. I had to choose me. And until I chose me, my life was chaotic. And just until I chose me, there was no happiness. There was no joy. And any fleeting moment of that, any fleeting moment of that was very fleeting. And as long as I participated in it, doing the same old thing, accepting the same old bull crap, accepting the same old bull crap, accepting the same old bull crap, forgiving, forget, accepting all of that, and loving something more than I love myself, and it got worse. It got worse. When you put that strong man out, I kept trying to change, but I kept doing it and making the same choices based on what I believed. Based on what I believed at that time. Loving yourself is good. It's self-love is good. And the people and the places and the people that was doing this toward me was okay with it, because they were looking out for themselves. They were doing the right thing for them because they were benefiting from the lack of things that I was doing for myself. And I can't blame them for all of that. I had to allow that. I had to keep choosing that. When I learned to love me, and I learned that everybody have free will, and everybody have a choice, and that's their right. It's their birthright, and it's your birthright. So it helps you not be angry with people when you know that it was a failure on your part. It was a failure on your part to be in love with you, to love you. And if someone loves you, if they love themselves, they can't do anything but love you properly. Because someone who loves themselves are not going to even allow people who mistreat them or make them feel less than or harm them or make them openly violate you, you're just not going to accept it. You're just not going to be all right with that. When you love you, you're just not going to be all right with that. It's just simple. Everything about you is going to ask you, did I deserve that? You know, sometimes people make mistakes and they hurt your feelings. Sometimes they don't mean to. But you'll know if they meant to, or you'll know if they didn't think a whole lot about it, because they'll never come back and ask you for forgiveness. They'll never ask you to forgive them. They'll never attempt. And if they never ask you for forgiveness, and they've never acknowledged that they know what acts that they've done that affected you, if they act like they don't know, they do. But it means they chose, and it wasn't you. And your happiness was not their choice. Your portion or your position in their life is just not that important. Because you don't love you, and I get all I need from you, so why I need to treat you right? You kiss my behind and tolerate everything I do to you, and they lose all respect for you. They really do. But you've lost respect for you. People are not going to give you what you won't give yourself. That's conditional love. Real love care. Real love. When you really love someone, yes, you still make some mistakes. Yes, you still get off into self, or get neglectful, or get a little trifling. Yeah, you do. You still do the human thing. That you got to work through that. That's programmed inside of you. I mean, we live in this world. This is what we see. This is what we know. This is what we did. So, but real love, when it's real love, if I harm you and I didn't intend to, something in that loved me would say, you know what, I wouldn't have liked that. Hold up. Let me go back and acknowledge the fact that, you know what, the way I handled you just then, that wasn't right. I wouldn't have wanted nobody to handle me like that. I am sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say I may never do it again. I'm going to try my best not to do that again. But if I do, believe me, it wasn't, that's not my intent. My intent is to do better than that. But for people who don't care, they will not come back. And they know. And this is why they know. They know. They prove to you that they know. They'll try to stay away from you. When they come back to you, they'll try to pretend like ain't nothing happened. They never want to talk about the issue. We can just forget that. Oh, okay. Well, if it was you that was doing, if it was you in that position, you wouldn't be so anxious to go, let's just act like it didn't happen, or let's just forget about that. That would never be the case if the shoe was on the other foot. Think about them people. Think about that. People tell you what they know. They know they've betrayed you. They know they've harmed you. They know that, so they try and something psychological in their head to blame it or find a reason to make themselves feel good about the trash they just did you. For real? Let's tell the truth. Let's just tell the truth. That is what it is. People tell you all that you need to know about how they feel about you. People tell you all that you need to know how they feel about you and your feelings and who they tell you all that you need to know about how they feel about them. They tell you how they feel about them. People tell you when they cowards. People tell you when they liars. You just need to pay attention. People tell you when they play tricks and games and they have no life and they have no direction for this life. That they're not going anywhere in their thought process. They fall for every trick and every story, and they love what they think is people laughing with them. And they the joke. They laughing out. So, all that comes from learning to love yourself. You learn to love yourself, I promise you, you'll have more than enough healthy love to give family, friends, lovers, husbands, wives, children, jobs. You will find passion. You will find real love. It'll come out of places you never expected. And yes, you're not alone. And it's like, you're not alone. There are some real lovers out here that really want to do this right. That really know who they are. Love themselves. You think loving yourself is we've defined it wrong. You're supposed to love yourself first. If a person don't love themselves first, run that way. They wishy-washy. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they're doing. So you can't get no stability out of them. If you're looking for stability in something like that, if I don't love myself, then I'm going to fall for everything. And I'm going to take and tolerate all kind of stuff. So I'm going to be chaotic. I have a chaotic life. And I'm just going to draw you into some chaos. That's it. You see somebody who don't love themselves and let somebody handle them all stupid, and let somebody talk to them all stupid, and okay. There's humbleness and humility, but there's also something as coward and allowing. Our civilization and our inability and our beliefs have kept us in bondage as this color. We allowed that to keep going down because we did not know. They took what we knew, how to survive and how to make it and how to get through things. They took what we knew and used it against us and told us it was witchcraft and told us it was hoodoo and told us it was you going to hell and told us that we was in bondage to something and told us we wasn't this and told us we wasn't that and told us we wasn't the other and then we teach it to our children. Then we teach them that white people do this and we teach them that white people do that. People have no power over you. At one point, there was even no definition of color. None. Look it up. No definition of color. Who taught you color? Where that came from? Somebody who got an opinion. So you can't let people's opinion and what other people say make fact in your life. We draw racism to us. We draw it because we always felt we was underneath it. Get on top of it. Start stepping on it. You are not underneath anything. Nothing. You are powerful. You can speak things into existence. You are a part of a source. You are a part of a creator. You are a creator. Stop letting people tell you underneath something. And then some stuff can get done. walk in who you really are. Once you put it in here, and you can believe that you can't be stopped. Your president do it all the time. He don't believe he can be stopped, so he don't stop, and nobody can seem to stop him. It's when he decide he been bested that you're gonna get some results from him. You give him the power. Oh, he do this. Oh, he do that. You're just giving him energy. Just giving him energy. Just giving him energy. Positive energies, negative energy, your energy, pushing over there to him. He feed off of it. And because he's that creature, he feeds off of that. That's what he needs. He needs your gripes and complaints and whining and crying, which ain't never served nobody nothing. And the solid one is the one that's the deadly one. That deals with that kind of spirit in the spirit. Your power is inside. Your power is inside. Your power has always been inside. Get inside of you. You can't deal with that kind of thing in your flesh, in anger, in frustration. You can't deal with those types of things. Those are principalities. Those are powers that is not governed by flesh and fleshly things. And that low vibrating energy of defeat, of fear, of anger, of payback, of lying, of getting enraged. What purpose is it to tear up stuff? What purpose is it is to kill and what purpose is it? That's so low vibrating energy. The power is in love and the ability to understand who you are and what are you going to create, because you're going to create something, good or bad. You're going to create something. Well, if you believe the popo can do this and do that and do this and do that, and they can't be stopped, and they just do this and do that, you keep drawing it, you keep saying it, you keep thinking about it, you keep giving it power, feed it, keep it going on. Because there's a better way. It's a better way. It's a better way. Hate all one color person because of one ignorant one. You got some ignorant black ones. You got some ignorant white ones. You got some ignorant red ones. You got some ignorant Mexicans. You got some ignorant people all over the place. They all kind of colors. Ignorance has no color. Ignorance is colorless. And by keeping you separated and thinking you above or beneath something else, possibly is stopping you from connecting with those powers. Because you're looking at skin color, you're missing the whole point. You might be needing them other colors to change the situation. But you don't put them all in one little box. You don't put all people in one little box. So, how you gonna work that out? Anger, fear, fighting, war, all that's low energy, low vibrating. It solves nothing. Years and years and years of some stupidness, and we done found out it solves nothing. Being proud, loving yourself, loving others, healthy, loving others with the love that you would give to yourself. But we don't love each other. We don't love ourselves. So it's kind of stands the reason that we're not going to love nobody else. Once you love yourself, you're good. And you'll find out that there are a whole lot of colors that you can learn to love. And they stop becoming an issue. Yeah. Anything that pull against itself fall. Mankind pulling against itself can't help but keep war, keep strife. And we let them little bitty rabbit heads come in and dictate to billions of us. It's so many more of us than it is of them that want to learn how to have peace, harmony, and joy. It's so many of us that want to live like that. And if that's what we want, and we stay with that one thing on our mind instead of the issues that they try to bring to us, we can get some stuff done. We can get some act right. They still trying to figure out how to manipulate you to get you, don't wake up. Keep you stuck on stupid. They put the overindulgence of everything right there in your face. And you fall for it. We fall for it. Not just you. Me too. I did it too. All of it. Everything was put down here for your pleasure. But the access of any overdoing anything is not good. You make it the most important thing in your life. Drugs, alcohol. Look what it do. It tear up homes. And that's the biggest thing. People who are supposed to be powerful, power couples, power families, people who's supposed to be, if we all would just do what we got to do and take the positions that we came here to agree to do, we could be awesome, off the charts. Everybody coming in your life is not a mistake. Everybody that you pass through is not a mistake. All the situations is not a mistake. All of those things are for your growth, for your expansion, for your ability to go above that, live above that. Yes, we learning. So guess what? We're going to make a lot of mistakes. But we should not want to stay stuck on stupid. We should not give away our power to fear, hurt. All that junk is just very low vibrating. The power is in love. That's where the power is. That's where the money at. That's where all of that stuff at. And it's more than enough. We don't need to fight each other to get it. We creators. We creators. So, well, y'all, I guess that's it for me. I so hope that you guys wake up. Wake up. Figure out who you are. Learn to love yourself. Learn to love yourself. Watch your mind change once you learn how to love yourself. What do you deserve? What do you deserve? What do you believe? Do you deserve a God that don't hear you? Ain't there when you call? Always on time. I got a God that answers my prayer, that answers me as soon as I ask. Now, my ability to draw the answer and the solution down to me is if I keep myself focused on the answer. I'm looking for the answer. I'm not even gonna stay up in the in the problem. I'm looking for the answer. I ain't worried about what she did, he did, they did, what they believe, what they said. They say that couldn't happen. This is impossible. You in La La Land. I don't believe none of that. Only thing can stop me from getting my answer is me and what I believe. And not allowing myself to get down in the gutter with low thinking, low believing. And then if you look at these people, like, what are they manifesting? What are they bringing down into this earth realm? What are they manifesting? What are they creating? Always pay attention to that. And then you'll see who you want to be like. What are they creating? What are they talking about? What's working for them? Everything that look like it's working, they ain't working. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's do this. I love you. I'm wishing that you get it. Yeah, we done made a whole lot of mistakes. Own up to that crap. Own up to it. Figure it out. Look at it. Let it get out your mouth. Because, see, most things that you keep a secret down, you ain't keeping a secret from everybody. Everybody else saw what you did. Everybody else know what you did. They know. You think it's a secret. No. People see it. Somebody saw it. Somebody know what you're doing. That other person for sure do. Nobody can tell me what I've been through because I was there. Now that other person can say that whatever they want to say. But I was there. I experienced it. I cried. I hurt. I felt that stuff. And the evidence is you done make so me loving me today with information and understanding don't have to experience that again. Because I can make a better choice. I can make a wiser choice. Always open yourself up to learn something different. Learn something new. Learn something that choose better. Choose better. Well, straighten it out. Some things is worth straightening out, people, to have something better. Don't stay stuck on stupid. But if you want to, your choice. Free will. Okay, that's it for me. Well, I always love talking to you, I like that talking stuff. So, tell you what. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button so you'll know when I'm feeling the need to talk. And let's support my conversation. Support this conversation. Get involved. Give me a comment. Let's talk about it. All right. Well, for me, that's it. Peace out.